People tell us every week that our information has helped save their life. If you agree that this is helpful information, please like, share, and most of all, subscribe, because nothing makes a channel like subscriptions.
Ricky the Gun 1, I understand that simple carbs can be bad. Is a high-fat diet mixed with simple carbs more dangerous than either a high-protein or high-complex carb diet mixed with simple carbs? I'm a little bit confused about the question, and it seems like there's more than one question here. Let me just deal with the complex carb diet. If I've heard it once, I've heard it 1,000 times. You want whole wheat or whole grains. Yeah, simple carbs are bad, but whole grains are good for you. Get some whole wheat bread. Measure your glucose before you eat the whole wheat bread. Measure it afterwards. You know what the relative glycemic values are for whole wheat bread? It's like 70 for white bread, which is the worst you can eat, in the 60s for whole wheat bread, and pure sugars like in the 50s. Both of these are more glycemic, cause more blood sugar rise than pure sugar. And we're talking about whole grain food there. So to your point, no, please don't bite that misperception. It's lethal to say that, oh, whole grains are fine or they're good for me. If you can't eat carbs, whole grains are not good for you. They just aren't. And you know how to measure that? You want to argue with me? I used to have that debate. There's no reason to have the debate. Just do the test, do the study, do what we talked about. Now, the other question about mixing fats. So here's another debate that I used to get in with patients all the time. Patients would say, look, doc, you cannot tell me that oatmeal's not good for me. Oatmeal is great. And guess what? Doc, you know it says that right on the box. Good for heart health. But it's not for you. It's not good for you. And then they'd still want to get more into that argument because they couldn't believe it. And I quit participating in that debate. And basically what I say is, just do the test. Measure your glucose before a big bowl of oatmeal and measure it afterwards. So here's the next question, Ricky the Gun, in terms of mixing it with fat. So fat can slow it down. And part of what you're referring to is, again, some discussions I was having yesterday with a patient, the glycemic load or the glycemic value of the meal, not one specific item. So here's where we went with that. So if we have a patient who says, I don't get it, doc, I understand what you're saying, but I've eaten oatmeal for breakfast every day for 30 years and I'm just not ready to change. Then our backup, we try to get them to change rather than have them eat eggs or something that doesn't have all those carbs in it, if they can't eat carbs. So here's the backup plan. If they say, yeah, I can't do it, I still got to eat my oatmeal. Then the next question is, well, can you put some peanut butter in it? Why? For exactly the reason that you're bringing up, Ricky the Gun 1. The fat associated with the peanut oil slows down the glycemic value of the meal in total. So once that fat hits the stomach, it slows it down in terms of just pumping it right through to the intestines and then pumping those carbs out to the blood to increase the blood sugar. That was a great question, and I hope that dealt with all the different parts, innuendos in that question.